Bob, thank you. First morning weather coverage continues now. George Solis is live with the preps underway down south. Now some people in Maryland are being impacted by Irma. George.
Good evening, Vic. Some vacations are definitely being adjusted. One cruise line had to adjust its itinerary to avoid the potential impact from Irma. Now others are rushing down south to help loved ones evacuate should the storm come any closer. Hurricane Irma is now the most powerful storm ever recorded in the Atlantic Ocean. Irma, now a Category 5 hurricane, is churning its way through the Caribbean. Florida has been put on notice. Irma, now a Category 5 hurricane, is churning its way northwest through the Caribbean. Florida has been put on notice. President Trump has declared emergencies for the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and Florida.
And while it's still too early to tell exactly where the storm will hit, it is incredibly important that all Floridians keep a close eye on this incredibly dangerous storm.
Governor Rick Scott has also waived all tolls to help with evacuation efforts. And while some are choosing to stay behind, others aren't taking any chances.
We're packing things up. We're making hotel reservations in Orlando. We're trying to be as prepared as we can.
Across the state, preparations are underway, which is leading to long lines. Some waiting hours to get free sandbags at a fire station. Water, food, fuel, and tools to weather the storm are also in high demand. Those here in Baltimore with family members in Irma's path are now trying to fly home to prepare for evacuation should the worst occur.
I hope it misses everything and all of this travel is for naught.
Raymond White's mother lives in Fort Myers.
My mom has been asked to evacuate, but she has 2 dogs and really can't fly with them, so I'm trying to go down there and I'm going to help her drive back.
Sidney Mahoma has family across Florida.
It is scary. I mean, we've seen what's going on with Harvey, so at this point, you're just kind of hoping it stops.
WJZ has also learned this Carnival Pride ship that left out of Baltimore had to stop here in Charleston, South Carolina to avoid the storm. That ship's itinerary has also been adjusted. Travel experts say for others whose trips may be canceled, there's no reason to fret.
It would never be a complete loss. The vacation companies are too proactive about giving credits. People are being compensated, and they're being very, very generous about it.
Now, in a statement to WJZ, Royal Caribbean says that they have canceled some cruises that could be impacted by the storm. That's important to note that none leaving out of Baltimore are heading towards the storm's path. Live tonight, George Solis, WJZ, Eyewitness News.
George, thank you. A mandatory evacuation for tourists in the Florida Keys begins tomorrow morning at sunrise. 7,000 Florida National Guard members are to report to duty on Friday.